Sometimes we notice it in the quiet moments first, the way a loved one lowers themselves into a chair with a soft wince, or how they pause before taking the first step in the morning, as if their legs are waiting for permission to move. And there's a heaviness in their sigh that tells a deeper story of stiffness, age, and memories held inside joints that no longer respond the way they once did. And it's in those moments that we wish there were something simple, gentle, and comforting enough to help ease that daily burden, something as humble as a small spoonful of care. Because no one truly prepares us for how emotional it can be to watch someone we love move slower, brace themselves more often, or worry quietly about losing the mobility that once gave them confidence and freedom. And maybe you've seen this too, that fragile flicker of fear in their eyes, the fear of becoming dependent, the fear of being left behind, the fear of their own body becoming unfamiliar, and yet beneath that fear there is a soft, persistent hope that things can still change, that the body, no matter its age, can still respond to kindness, nourishment, and patience. And this is where a simple daily habit can feel like a blessing passed down through generations, a small ritual of care with roots in both tradition and gentle science, because our bodies, with all their wisdom, are always trying to heal in small, steady ways even when we don't notice it happening. What many people don't realize is that much of the stiffness, slow walking, morning discomfort, or aching joints seniors feel is often linked to something far quieter than we expect. Low-grade inflammation that builds up gradually over the years like a soft fog settling into the muscles and tissues, making each movement feel slightly heavier than the last. And when this inflammation lingers, it reduces flexibility, weakens the smooth motion of the joints, and leaves even simple tasks, like lifting a kettle or climbing a step, feeling strangely challenging. And although the word inflammation might sound intimidating, the truth is that our bodies experience it naturally, especially as we age. And sometimes the solution doesn't need to be complicated or frightening, but instead something gentle, familiar, and nurturing. Something like one daily spoonful of a natural remedy that has been used quietly for generations. A mixture of honey and turmeric, stirred into warm water or taken slowly on its own. This simple blend, often passed down in families like a whispered secret of care, works not because of magic, but because turmeric contains curcumin, a compound known for supporting the body's natural ability to calm inflammation, while honey soothes digestion, supports energy, and carries antioxidants that help the body repair itself from within. And when taken together, especially in the morning when the body is still waking, and the joints are still deciding how freely they want to move, this little spoonful can feel like a warm greeting to the entire system, a reminder that the body is not alone in its work. To use it in the most comforting way, you simply take 1 teaspoon of turmeric and mix it with 1 tablespoon of raw honey, golden and smooth, and keep this blend covered in a small jar on your kitchen shelf. Then each morning, before breakfast, take 1 spoonful and let it melt gently on your tongue or stir it into half a cup of warm water. Not hot, just warm enough to feel soothing as it moves through the throat and into the chest. And if mornings feel rushed or emotionally heavy, this moment can become a small ritual, a pause, a breath, a promise to the body that today you are giving it something kind. After a week or two, many people begin to notice the changes arriving in soft, nearly invisible steps. The legs feel slightly lighter when rising from bed. The hands feel a little less tense when gripping a cup. Walking becomes smoother. And there's a new warmth inside the muscles, almost like a quiet loosening, as if the body is remembering how to move without bracing itself first. And for seniors especially, this can feel emotional, like a return of something they thought was fading forever. Because mobility isn't just physical, it's deeply tied to confidence, independence, and dignity. Some even describe the sensation as a gentle glow spreading through the knees or shoulders, a lightness that shows up during simple tasks, such as reaching for something on a high shelf or turning slightly in bed without that familiar tightness. And while the changes might begin slowly, they build gradually, helping the body find a rhythm that feels more natural again, reminding the joints that they are still capable, still strong, still willing to support the life contained inside them. Even my own grandmother, who used to take small, careful steps as though every movement required negotiation, found that after a few weeks of this daily spoon, her mornings no longer felt like a challenge she had to prepare for. She began moving through her home with a softness in her stride, almost like a gentle whisper of youth returning. Not in a dramatic or unrealistic way, but in a deeply human, deeply peaceful way. The way that comes from giving the body a chance to feel supported rather than strained. And perhaps what matters most isn't just the physical improvement, but the emotional one. The moment she smiled at me and said, "I feel like I can trust my legs again," a sentence so simple, yet so filled with gratitude that it stayed with me, reminding me that when the body feels cared for, the spirit rises too. So if someone you love has been feeling stiff, slow, or discouraged, or if you yourself have been waiting for a gentle way to feel more at ease in your own movement, let this one daily spoon be more than a remedy. Let it be a reminder that healing often begins in the smallest, most loving actions, repeated softly over time, and that no matter our age, the body is always listening, always responding, always grateful for even the smallest kindness. And in that quiet space where care meets hope, we find a kind of strength that does not fade, but instead grows quietly day by day, helping us move forward with a little more ease, a little more courage, and a heart that feels just a bit lighter than before.